At this point, food is the only reason I get up. I know I have to do something drastic or I won't be around much longer. This isn't what Rick thought his life would be when he married me. My mom will be here any minute, but the last time I saw her, I was in the upper 400s. So I'm nervous about how she's gonna react at how big I am now.
Brienne?
Mama.
How you doing? All that weight is crushing your insides.
Brienne, you're 30 years old and over 700 pounds. The only hope is to change now. So if I accept you into my program, you will need to move down to Houston. Are you willing to do that?
100%.
Good, because you're running out of time.
Doc told me I had to lose 120 pounds in 2 months. So that means I need to have made it down to 622 today.
Hey, Brienne, how are you?
Hang on a second, I need a bag.
We should take her to the hospital. After running some tests, we were able to determine that Brienne currently is suffering from some food poisoning. What did you eat? Anything,
Shrimp.
shrimp? That will do it. Today, we're attempting to perform a gastric sleeve on Brienne. She did great, working hard and losing a lot of weight the past few months. But eventually, she will start to gain again, even with the aid of weight loss surgery, if she doesn't deal with her emotional issues that have been driving her to eat. All right, we're done.
So what was childhood like for you?
I just felt like my dad called me fat names.
Where was your mom when this was happening?
She'd be like, Brienne, you were wrong. You should not be talking back, or
Basically saying that she's choosing him over you. I think learning to stick up for yourself a little bit might be really helpful. Talking to your mom is probably a big step.
growing up. I just felt like Dad didn't love me.
I can see that.
But I didn't understand why you didn't do something to stop how he treated me.
I don't know. I can't answer that. This has been one of those days. I'm letting everybody down, yeah. I'm done.
I was afraid this would happen. Holy.
You lost almost 350 pounds at this point. Here we go. Once you figure out someone to help you with your recovery, then we'll move ahead with your first excision removal from around your stomach.
Right now, I'm not doing well. A couple of days ago, I started having these really bad stomach pains. Then I had some bleeding, and it got so bad that I had to go to the hospital. I was supposed to be having my skin removal surgery about now, but that's changed because after they ran some tests, you'll never believe what Dr. Now told me. He said I was pregnant and that it's possible I may have had a miscarriage. Pregnant. That was something I hadn't even considered as a possibility. I know when I was back in Oregon, Rick and me had some time together where we got to be intimate with each other. But I thought that being a mom was just something that was impossible for me because of my size. So that news just brought a mixture of overwhelming feelings to me. Rick and I have been trying to get pregnant since we were dating, and it's been over 10 years since that. Right now I'm feeling pretty nervous because this is kind of something that I've wanted for a very long time. And if it's good news, then that just means that my life's gonna change forever. But I'm gonna be devastated if I lost my pregnancy like that. And I haven't told Rick yet. Only my mom and Dr. Now know at this point. I told Dr. Nell I just thought maybe I was having a really bad period with the bleeding. But he says that's what the blood could be, because it's still normal to have it for how early on I am. He said I was around only a month along in my pregnancy when I went in. And because it's so early, it's impossible to tell if I lost a baby or not. And I have to wait a little while longer before they do another test to see if I'm still pregnant. So I'm really hoping I can get that answer soon, because not knowing is awful.
You'll be okay. Okay?
Brienne?
My emotions are all over the place because I'm trying to process the fact that I'm either pregnant or I lost the baby. And all of this is making it hard to focus on my weight loss journey. I was at 358 the last time, but I'm not sure if I'm on track with how much I've lost. I just know I've still been sticking with it as much as I can, so I should be losing.
340.
I'd prefer if I'd lost more, but I'm just happy it's still progress. But right now, it's just not my complete focus.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Hanging in there.
That's understandable. How is our stomach pain doing now?
It's good. It's gone.
It's gone. Okay. All right. So what happened? You had the pregnancy test that was positive, and you had the bleeding. You may lost the pregnancy, but you may not, because you can still be pregnant and have a period too. Okay. So in order to determine, we're going to have to look at your level of the pregnancy test for the next week or two, okay?
Okay.
Your HCG was very high. That's the hormone that is secreted from placenta we're measuring, and that was very high. And so if you lost pregnancy, we would see a significant dip down on that.
Okay.
In about 3-4 weeks, they'll come to zero. But if you're still pregnant, the level will go up. Okay? So you're going to know that after we get the blood test report back. So at this point, you could be either way. Okay? Normally, we could do ultrasound to determine pregnancy. But at the size you're right now, it's going to be very hard to do ultrasound.
Yeah.
So it will take us some time in your case. And what that means that you have to be careful. And we obviously have to wait on any major surgery like skin removal until we know for sure. Okay? We'll figure that out. But in the meantime, as hard as it is, you can't neglect your health and let your weight loss slow. In 2 months, you could have easily lost another 60 pounds. So what happened?
I don't know.
You're still eating too much.
I haven't eaten in the past couple days.
Well, I understand that, but this is the past 2 months I'm talking about. So you still have to stay with the pretty much with the calorie of 1,200 calories a day to continue to lose your weight. And you're not doing that right now, okay?
Okay.
I know it's hard right now, but you can't take your focus off of getting healthy. And even if you turn out to be pregnant, you still can lose weight,
Yeah.
okay, the first few months. So the plan will be that we're going to do tests every week and see which way we're going. If the tests are going up, then you have a pregnancy that is progressing. And if it's going down, you probably had miscarriage. But if we determine you did, and you decided you want to try again too, remember that if you lose more weight, the potential for pregnancy will be better. Okay? But I think you want to get pregnant, right?
I do, but I still want to keep going. You know, I want to get my skin issues taken care of because it bothers me.
Well, I understand that. But whatever your situation is, doesn't mean that you can't continue to make progress. And we'll figure out skin removal soon enough.
Okay.
Well, and the fact that you had the pregnancy, that means that you have good potential to get pregnant in future. So this is something that you're going to try to lose your weight and get your skin surgery done, then you have an option of getting pregnant if that's what you want to do. So, those options are still there. So right now, don't do anything strenuous that may provoke loss of pregnancy in case you are pregnant. But if you turn out pregnant, that still will be possibility of continue to lose weight. Maybe by the time you finish your pregnancy, be under 300. And then after your pregnancy, you can have your skin surgery. We'll know for sure what your situation is in a month. And so we will follow up in 5 to 6 weeks to give you time to recover if you had miscarriage. And if you're not pregnant, then we'll see what your progress is at then. But if you get back to the diet, you should be able to lose at least 30 pounds a month right now. So you should be under 300 then, okay? So stay healthy and lose weight. That's going to be the goal, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. No.
All right. See you soon. Take care.
You too.
Overall, Brianne is doing good. She should be making more progress, but her weight loss is obviously getting to where enough strain is off of her body so that it can start to function normally again. And that's what led to her unexpectedly getting pregnant, because that previously wasn't a possibility for her. So she's moving in the right direction. She just needs to pick up the pace with her weight loss. And the big question now is whether she's pregnant or not. But once we fully determine that, we can figure out the next step for her as long as she stays on track.
What Dr. Now said kind of made me feel a little bit better. I'm still looking forward to having skin surgeries, and it's hard because something that I've wanted for so long is like right in my hands and could be slipping, and it's just hard. What Dr. Now said, that this does show that I can get pregnant, that did make me feel good because now I can possibly start a family with Rick, and that has always been a goal. Just want to find out what's going on.